And we are live with some more WSSEA Splatoon 3 action. We got a great matchup for you guys today between Napavine High School and Odea High School. My name is Spice and I'm joined on the mic by Neptune. How are we doing today?
I'm doing fantastic today, actually, and I just gotta mention just both these teams here and just like coming it out here. It's round 7 in this week here for a high school league of WSSEA here, and currently looking at the records right here, Odea is looking strong with a 4-1 record currently, while Napavine is a 1-3 here. So I'm interested to see if we could potentially see an upset here, Spicy, because it's always really interesting like how teams change over time. If you get my drift.
Oh, for sure, yeah. I think we saw Napavine's win earlier in this season. We saw Odea had their first loss, I think, recently as well. So you see things change potentially over time. So there's potentially in for a great matchup later here, especially with so much really potentially here.
Oh yeah, for sure. There's a lot of potential here. And speaking of potential, you got to talk about power. And that is where our sponsor of today comes in, Zotac. So we want to give a huge shout out to Zotac Gaming for powering today's stream. Thanks to their incredible support, we're able to bring this broadcast to all of you, helping showcase the amazing talent in Scholastic Esports. Let's show our appreciation for Zotac Gaming by giving them a huge shout out on social media. Make sure to join their community on Discord, and don't forget to use the hashtag powered by Zotac or hashtag ZotacUSA when you post.
And Zotac's been great. We've been talking about them all season, but for great reason. They do so much, not just for WSSEA and helping you guys out there, but also really sort of the entire like gaming community. Loving the fact that they're able to showcase the talent in like Scholastic Esports, because we've been seeing it time and time again. There are some great players here just within Washington High School. So like, and you know for a fact this trend, this shows just a tiny glimpse into how deep the talent pool really is across the entire country when it comes to Scholastic gaming.
Oh yeah, for sure. Just there's always just so many talented players, right? Just like, what was it? Just in your classroom, like you might just not know it, right? You're just like doing your assignments, looking at the whiteboard or maybe chalkboard. Is it chalkboard? I don't know. Is it? I mean, I'm a bit too old school for that, Spicy. But regardless, you might just be doing your own assignments, and right across from you, you might just have just an esports gamer, just that is elite in all the standards, Spicy.
That's so true. You see that a lot, and when we talk about elite, we're talking elite. Like even here, like Odea High School, especially, has been one of those teams to really watch out for, and they won the coin toss. I'm pretty sure, also. So, and we're going to Rainmaker Crab Leg Capital to kick off this set.
Okay, Rainmaker Crab Leg here. This is a map I always just love tossing out there just to see what people think of it, right? People either really love it or really hate it, and the part of it that makes people love or hate it are the greats, right? Because trying to move Rainmaker across that, one of the heaviest objects in the game, right, and that slows your movement down so much, and getting across there for points, it is a difficult task all in itself, Spicy.
It really is, and especially with grates limiting your movement as much as it already does, because you can't swim across grates. If you go into squid form, you fall through it, and that changes up a lot of how you play the game. So Crabwood Capital being defined by those grates is going to be a big way to see it, especially in Rainmaker, which we talk about the limited movement in a mode where movement is really everything, and we talk about this a lot. Where in Splatoon, movement especially is so much in this game. It's really a lot of the fundamentals come down to it. But now we get a chance to see how are these teams going to play with like the limitations of the map mode combination, and see what do we got here, especially from the weapon comps. See what we got so far.
Oh baby, is that a Splatana Stamper and an end parry dualies? Oh man, we have the fighting weapons that just love to be what was it, the streamers' favorites, I like to call it right here, right? It's always hype whenever you see these weapons here, and there's just a nice balance of weapons here to just play Rainmaker here. A lot of good object damage, and a lot of weapons just take AoE as well, like the Slosher right here, taking the high ground here, slowly trying to shut down that Rainmaker, but swiftly and smartly moving over to the other side where the other players aren't located here, Spicy.
Yeah, and Odea immediately getting that first checkpoint. The bomb is going to put a slight stop in things for them, but then you saw them immediately get that check, and that's a really great start for them here today. Napavine responding pretty well, though, not only taking the Rainmaker for themselves, but also positioning towards that right checkpoint up top, and right as we see Odea clinch that first check, Napavine responds immediately with now a wipe as well. They're going to be able to pop this bubble, take this Rainmaker, get the lead, and so let's see how far they're able to go with this.
Oh my goodness, Napavine is looking really strong right here. You know, you have the Rainmaker set up on top right. You just gotta bide your time here. You gotta wipe out. Now it's a matter of just moving forward here, but getting picked out by this gal. You're gonna have to trade it out here at least on the bright side, but hey, Odea is now gonna be the ones in the driver's seat, taking this Rainmaker all the way down here, and now it's gonna be their turn to try and push this Rainmaker. Struggling a little bit with movement here. We're trying to get back into mid here so we can just find a way onto the top right, and now the Greats come into play here, Spicy. We were talking about this at the start.
Yeah, and there's a great movement and great plays from Napavine to take out the Rainmaker, but once again, Odea finds a wipe, and they're gonna be able to pop this Rainmaker, get the possession once again. They have to cross these Greats, though, and getting the lead while having navigate the Greats can be incredibly difficult. You're seeing it, Hobby, with that 52, and the Rainmaker is just navigating very so slightly, edging close enough, and they get another wipe, and it's critical enough because they get the lead. They go down in the process to the triple strikes, but getting that lead is so massive with 3 minutes to go.
The lead is massive, but just the fumble at the very end there, just falling down those Greats, and we talked about it. As you go into squid form, you go right through those Greats, but that doesn't matter. You can just always run it through once again here if you're Odea and knock it out here. That is game one going to Odea High School already, Spicy.
Yeah, and that looked to be a really back and forth game at the beginning. You see Odea was able to take the checkpoint immediately with that first Rainmaker push. Napavine responds, gets a wipe, and it's able to take the lead in the process, but then Odea, time and time again, they find a wipe. They're able to just eliminate every other member of their opposition, and then just takes that, gets the lead back, eventually finds a way to just knock out the game, and what a performance on their end.
Oh yeah, what a performance indeed, and just wow, that was so well played, because I initially was thinking, oh man, you got the wipeout, but you fell down and you were unable to push the Rainmaker all the way to a knockout there, because that's nearly a game-winning push essentially, and you just got striked out by the tri-strikes. But Spicy, that we are going to be moving on to game number 2, but I do think we have another sponsor readout we have to give out today.
Yeah, we want to give a quick shout out to LANFest for helping build healthy communities through gaming. 23 chapters across 18 states, over 150 events a year. There's a lot of math that goes on, but these high schoolers know exactly what we're talking about. Go to LANFest.com and check out the Washington chapters, Infernoland, and Emerald City LANFest to find an event near you.
Oh yeah, for sure. We do love our lands here, Splatoon lands or not. There's a lot of games that are played on land because the social interactions are so nice, and LANFest is helping support those as well. So if you do want to go to one and they are nearby in your area, definitely check them out here as well. But we are going to be going on to game number 2. If you're not aware of the counterpick rules, the team that has lost, so Napavine lost game 1, they're going to be doing their map choice here, but they have to be locked into the mode here, which is going to be zones, and they're opting for zones Umami, which has 2 splat zones essentially, so it's very difficult to just paint over and maintain control of the zone, because essentially while you're kited one way on one type of the zone, your enemy can be going over the other one, flanking you from behind and potentially taking you out, as well as taking your zone as well. You need to have both of them to start scoring points as well, so that's going to be quite an interesting dynamic, Spicy.
Very true. I feel like Napavine has a lot of confidence in their painting ability in order to pick a map like Umami. Knowing that there are 2 zones, you have to have control of both. So you need to have the players around just to have the paint to capture it initially, and then once you have that, you have the opportunity to just take the control. But it's so much importance of the early painting and seeing what's going to be here. And we saw the comps early on, and it was big swaps from Odea and Napavine. Also with a couple swaps
Ooh.
on there, and there's a lot of weapon variety now with these teams.
Oh yeah, lots of weapon variety. A little strap for paint on Odea, but they have a lot of strong fighting weapons, right? The bucket, the decav, the Nautilus, right? A lot of those weapons love paint right here, but hey, they're just gonna play pick for pick and blow for blow. And already Odea is out here fighting, getting a wipeout, taking down 3 members right here. Now this is gonna be quite a difficult situation for them, Spicy.
Yeah, Odea's entire game plan so far is if we just have the numbers advantage, we can make up for the lack of paint we have. They're just playing aggressive, trying to find all of these openings here. You see that Nautilus just watching that block there, and now you see Napavine having to pop the crap deck, having to pop their triple strikes, seeing if they're going to be able to take their way back into this zone. Because it's become really difficult for them so far, but it's now you see that Odea is just rocking their way through right now, having a 1 special, 2 specials now online, and they're just rolling over their way through their points.
Yeah, definitely. Not only are they rolling way through their points, they are building up specials. They are winning these fights here, so they will have answers to however Napavine is trying to push right here. Unfortunately, the dualies does go down here. The strikes are coming out through, but they don't seem to find anyone here. It's going to be go time here. The Kraken's coming out here. You need to be able to capture at least both these zones to be able to do it here, but the Kraken's unfortunately going to run out here and get shut down by the Decapitator. A clean 100-0 knockout from Odea here. Very dominant, Spicy.
Yeah, very dominant indeed, and that's exactly what you want to be seeing if you're Odea right now, because they've been playing absolutely out of their mind. They're especially in the team fighting. One of their biggest strengths just being able to play so aggressively, and it's worked out so well for them. Doesn't have to worry about paint, that they just have the advantage.
Oh yeah, for sure. Just every time just you see a player go down and you see another one go down, and it's just like every opportunity they take, right? It just seems like Odea has the fighting advantage, right? Even though they're using weapons that are usually don't work well together because they're typically they don't have that support player. They don't have someone that's painting them in and trying to enable them. But what is enabling them are those picks, Spicy.
Yeah, and that's absolutely insane. The fact that they just find all these aggressive plays and really just being able to do that, it's so impressive on their end. And speaking of impressive, we want to give a quick shout out to our last sponsor of the day, Seattle Built PCs. I want to give a thank you to them for their continued support of WSSEA, because Seattle Built PCs are the custom PC builders trusted by the pros. Since 2020, they've been crafting incredible rigs for world famous esports players, content creators with millions of fans, and even developers of your favorite games. Seattle Built wants to work with you guys to create the perfect PC for your needs whenever you are ready. So if you're looking for a custom PC built by people who care, check out Seattle Built PCs at seattlebuilt.com.
Oh yeah, for sure. You know, it is. We are getting into the holiday season, and a lot of people are writing down their Christmas lists. I saw a little bit of your list, Spicy. Just I'm taking notes here. I don't think the PC was on there, but I think you would appreciate one. Am I right?
Oh, I would appreciate one for sure, yes, but not on the list, sadly. Yeah, but going into Game 3, Tower Control, Hagglefish Market. We've seen quite a few games go here, not just in the high school scene, but really across all of Splatoon.
Oh yeah, for sure. And the weapon changing jumps are coming up once again. We see a Z&F scope charger as well being brought on the side of Odea, while the Zig Mini, a weapon that's known for being very mobile and being able to move around, unfortunately not going to be able to find the picks here, as well as a wipeout occurs on Odea once again.
And Odea just finding this numbers advantage constantly has been so strong for them, because now you're going to see them move up forward with this blaster and this slosher, both weapons with strong fighting capabilities, and really just able to take away any space from Napavine. But Napavine responding pretty well now, able to have a few members and they get a wipe of their own, and that's looking pretty good for them now, seeing this the tower starting to move back in the center. They have a Kraken online for them too, which is it gets picked out by the charger from the glass, able to just take away any hope right there, as Odea is able to take the tower once again.
Oh yeah, for sure. And definitely this is something the strength of a charger, you know, it's not able to push up as effectively. You're going to have other people usually start the fights here, but 2 go down here from Napavine here as well. And the charger is ready to set up on the tower here. And a charger on tower is a charger you should fear, because they have such long range and the ability to one-shot you essentially if that shot connects here. It is the sniper rifle of this game, and it should be feared here, Spicy, as the first checkpoint is already falling.
that first checkpoint's going to fall, and this tower still moving, and that charger is going absolutely crazy here, finding so many picks just with that long range, and they're able to do so well here. That's the second checkpoint gone, and we know here on Hagglefish, again, that second checkpoint is critical, but you see that Kraken now moving their way into the tower, just being able to take away any movement on the rest of the players here, but that third checkpoint is not going to fall here. But look at this, Odea still holding strong, having those triple strikes. They're going to try to keep this push and trying to win it outright, but it doesn't, not sure if it's going to be able to happen right now, as you do see quite a few members of Napavine be able to make sense this happen, and they are at least going to hold on for now.
Holy, what a crazy defense from Napavine right there. Popping the special, the Kraken stalled just enough time for their teammates to respawn here, regroup, and find a way forward here. And this is one of the beauties of Bubble and Kraken here. They're both very defensive specials here. You cannot kill a Kraken once it is live here, but you can knock it off the tower here. And currently, it's being used in a scenario just to live these strong weapons here. The RB is going to pick it up here, or you are vulnerable after the Kraken ends right now. And now it's going to be just another fight here between the Zinni and the Range Blaster, as well as the Charger watching that as well. Two go down from Napavine here, and the tower is looking right for the taking for Odea.
And Odea is once again going to have the tower, and you can see this positioning is impressive from them. You see the wave breaker position pretty far up, and this blaster is going to be able to find two, get the wipe as the tower is just going to keep moving forward. They have the triple strikes online, and this is just impeccable play from the side of Odea, just finding these picks left and right. This Charger is going to look to get this nether one onto the Roller. Roller is going to take them here in a bit of a fight in this 1v1. Now there's a few members of Napavine going to be able to close on in, and Napavine able to put on some strong defense once again and have the tower now.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I love this positioning from Zinni right here, just being able to move around, set up that bubble up in front here, and being able to just contest here. The Toxic Mist coming in clutch, slowing down the Slosher as well. The picks are coming out really strong now, and it's going to be Napavine's turn to be able to hopefully push this tower. 1:30 is left on this clock right here, but there's a lot of weapons that can threaten tower here. Unfortunately, get picked out at the end of the day. It's just going to be the Blaster here alone. Splashdown is online here, but this Charger is so far away. It's not going to be able to close the distance here, and gets picked off by the RB once again, Spicy.
A combination of the Charger and the Blaster is just so scary here. You just see they cover so much range between them, and it's been so pivotal for Odea to really maximize their impact from just those two. And on top of that, the triple strikes coming up from their Slosher. It's just such a great combination from this team, and they're doing so well right now. With 40 seconds left in the game, they don't need to even go for a knockout at this point. They're trying to just kind of play on a defensive end, and with this Charger just holding down so many positions here, as well as the rest of this weapon. The Slosher already playing aggressive now. It's a bit of an uphill climb for Napavine here in these last 25 seconds.
Oh yeah, an uphill battle indeed, as that tower, physically and metaphorically speaking, needs to climb quite the mountain here. You're going to need the picks if you are Napavine here. You do manage to find one. The Charger just barely wins that fight now, but it's cleaned up by the Kraken Roller. But no! TH Glitch with the Rage Blaster comes in clutch once again, securing a wipeout. Napavine has forced to run to the tower, but are not going to be able to make it. Another game goes to Odea, Spicy.
Yeah, and Odea's gonna take the set, I believe, here now, and that's just insane play from them this entire time. Just being able to really just get so many great moments with their team fighting. They're gonna take the set 3-0, but really just great stuff for them. Napavine also had some great stuff, and I love what we saw from there on the defensive side, but we got to give a quick shout out to the Charger and the Blaster, really, from Odea. Every player just knew their role pretty much on Odea, and that gameplay was executed like perfectly.
Oh yeah, for sure. Perfection is definitely something that is very difficult to achieve, especially in high school, right? But I think the players from Odea managed to do that there. They had two weapons, the Charger and the Blaster, as you were saying earlier, just threatening the ring from far ranges and just picking off any members of Napavine who went nearby as well. But as a showcase of sportsmanship, right? Geez, I cannot speak today. We're going to be having a play all five situation here. So both these teams agreed that they're going to be playing the next two games out. Even though it's a 3-0, these next two games are just going to be played out for fun. And this is a showcase of sportsmanship. I love seeing this, Spicy.
I'll be honest with you, I see Clan Blitz, Eeltail, Alley, and I don't know the last time I've seen this map mode combination, even in like just like solo queue. So I want to know what is going through these minds right now because I've seen some great creativity when it comes to these map mode selections. I need to be enlightened on what is happening here with ESL Alley Clam Blitz. Not a map mode you see quite often, but there's something up their sleeve here on Napavine, I would assume, if they're going this. Really curious to see what we got so far as we see a couple weapon changes again, and double the splatter
Oh.
shot pro. Oh my gosh.
Okay, we are cooking in the kitchen. Something is up the sleeve, and I'm not sure what. But you know what? The high school students they like to think outside the box. You know, perhaps I'm not seeing something right. I'm not seeing the vision here, and perhaps the gameplay will be able to tell it out for me. But hey, what I am seeing already is this reflex already painting here. The one big side of Eeltail is it's quite a large map here, and there's a lot of opportunities to paint for your specials here and just move around with the curling bob. You can move underneath the bridge, and I assume that Napavine is going to be fighting on and off that bridge here, trying to sneak their way around, play with specials as well. But unfortunately, the missiles are going to be unloaded when two members of Napavine are down. It's just going to be Reflex holding this top area right here. The Carbon Roller flicking its paint, trying to get that kill. It does manage to do it here. 1 for 1 here already. The power plant is already on its way here, but two already get scored here in less than a minute here, Spicy.
Yeah, and that splashdown right near the basket as well. That's some great offensive pressure that we saw from Odea. The basket is going to close, but that's a great opportunity for them to get the lead. Napavine already picking up the power clamp, trying to see if they can get a quick offensive push on their own, but Odea has another ball in hand as well. So it's kind of a race to see who's going to get towards the basket. I get a chance to score at this point. You are seeing that they're positioning, I think, maybe for a jump early on. I don't know. I guess there was a position there. As you see, they're not going to be able to make the distance, a bit too out of reach here. But what a pickup right there from their tri-slosher and able to get that basket open. There's another power clamp coming through now. And that's a huge opening here for Odea, already taking it to the 40.
Oh my goodness, such an amazing push there, Spicy. Just being able to strategically back up with the power clamp, because there's a downside to holding the power clamp. You are a bright blue ball when you are holding that power clamp just right above your head, and it reveals your location. So by backing up strategically and allowing their teammates to get that jumping, get that position they want that power clamp in, so we can just freely go to the basket as well, was quite an interesting move on Odea's part, and it did manage to pay off in dividends here. But unfortunately, this splashdown here is going to take down that reflex. 20 points are online, but you're going to need more if you're Napavine here, Spicy.
Yeah, and Napavine's reflex had a great usage of the hurling bombs to get in towards the basket, and I love seeing that. It's a shame that the splashdown kind of ruined any other offensive potential that Napavine had, but there's quite a lot of offensive potential from the side of Odea. 2 power clamps already in play for their side. Napavine also having a power clamp ready. Splashdown coming out, not going to be able to find anything in the roller once again. Great defensive plays now, and this is setting up to be a good offensive push for Odea. So you see the carbon roller finding the wife, has to try Zuka as well. They're going to be able to score and has a lot of threatening specials online. The Try-Zuka coming out immediately, and that's going to be game for Odea.
Oh my goodness. I feel like I was watching a game of high school football, which is how quickly they were just passing the power clamp, setting each other up. Great coordination there from Odea. That was just absolutely insane. Clan economy, management, and slaying power to be able to just toss in power clam after power clam into the basket, scoring 20, 20, 20 all the time, all the way down to 0 there. Because I did not see a single clam get tossed in there if it wasn't a power, Spicy.
It's true, yeah. Everything was a power clam, and that's not exactly easy in Clam Blitz. You see a lot of teams will like, yes, they will aim for power clams, but there are times where you're going like, yeah, we just gotta throw those single ones in there. But I guess it worked out there for Odea, and it worked out perfectly. They're just able to pass off those power clams, just being able to build those power clams shows how much coordination is on their end. And Napavine had a great side of plays as well, just getting some great defensive moments like they've been having this entire night so far. But still going on, we're going to Turf War for Game 5. I wonder what the map is going to be, because apparently from the Napavine coach that they've decided to go a little rogue with their map selections here. It looks like going to Scorch Gorge Turf War. I forget if this is in the designated map pool, but it regardless, we've seen a lot of Scorch Gorge in like other modes, but see it in Turf War is pretty interesting here.
I am looking at this map list here, and I think Napavine's coach is right. They have gone a little bit rogue. They are going up the map list here, but hey, it's for play all 5 here. You got to keep it entertaining somehow. Going off the map list a little bit here. You get to see some map modes that don't commonly get played, and for either the good or worse reasons. Okay, we're seeing a Squiffer, a double Aerospray comp with the end parries. Okay, Spicy. The chefs are in the kitchen. The food is cooking. Let's see how they're going to be able to execute these comps here.
I'm so interested in seeing how all these weapons go through. Squiffer especially. I think this might be the first time we've seen Squiffer on stream, but like especially in Turf War, it has a lot of interesting potential there, being one of the fast chargers and especially being in the air, able to jump, get some cool trick shots as well. And you're seeing some great stuff here from Napavine's dualies, finding another pick as well, as this is looking pretty good so far for them. Oh, they're going to be able to find another. They're just rolling around mid, just basically securing it for their own, and this is looking like a quick early lead here for Napavine, but never know. Turf War is one of those games where anything can happen, especially near the end.
Oh yeah, for sure. This part here is just kind of like you're trying to feel out your enemy here, and Dan 101 is certainly schmoving and schmixing around with these dualies right here. As we talked about Splatoon being a very movement-heavy game here in esports here as well, and dualies are a perfect demonstration of that, leading to that wipeout right there, setting up your teammate there to just get a Booyah Bomb kill. That is beautiful. We have another Booyah Bomb here. This is one of the beauties of the Golden Aerospray. Oh, it gets another one here, Spicy. You can keep charging and charging and just get another one immediately up online, with especially how fast the Gold Aerospray is able to paint here. We do see someone on the grates here. Oh my goodness, just so many fights scrapping back and forth here. Specials are going to be coming out from both sides.
Yeah, and a tense attack from Odea here. Oh, getting picked out after tri-strikes. Rough, but these arrow sprays from Napavine have been so strong here, and you know that arrow spray is one of those weapons where it might not be the best in terms of fighting, but if they can just get the advantage, like you give them any advantage, and then they just paint everything in Turf War, and they're just keep charging these Booyah Bombs. There's so much. You're watching the paint in the top right corner of your screen. That's already at the 800 mark for a 1 arrow spray. Oh, this team is just painting up a storm here, but look at this. Odea has a numbers advantage. Maybe they're at a chance to potentially swing the game in this last minute.
Oh yeah, for sure. The bubble is online here, but unfortunately not going to be enough here. But the teammate coming in there and trading out the last 2 here is going to be huge. Giving a numbers advantage in the last minute of Turf War gives the opportunity to just paint up all of mid here and give a lot of opportunities to move up and get these picks. A Zuga pick all the way from way downtown here. Napavine is going to be put on the back foot here with only the Aerospray alive, and their teammates are going to be responding. A response is necessary here, Spicy.
Now in 25 seconds, this is everything at this point. The last set of team fights will determine the outcome of this game, because it is looking really close to call at this point. 15 seconds to go. The Clash Blaster in mid, trying to paint up while also trying to find any more players left from Napavine here. In the last 10 seconds, 2 members of Napavine go down here. And there's a splash zone online from Dan here. It's got to be very close. Every pick matters. The splash is going to come out. And now it's so close at this point. No clear indicator here, but there's a lot of blue, a lot of orange, yellow on this map. And in a close one, Odea is able to come back and swing it in the last minute.
Oh my god, swing it back in the last minute indeed. Understatement of the year. Just the picks were there, the movement, and the team fights too, because not only did you see that Squiffer use bubble, but like their teammates came in there to fight inside the bubble there as well, shutting down anyone else who was trying to get the Squiffer already. And that was just the best possible outcome if you were Odea, just moving up in that right scenario and playing off your teammate's special there. Definitely swung the game around at the last minute there, and this is why you can never just write off a victory in Turf War here. You gotta play it out, and you gotta have the paint at the last 30 seconds. Otherwise, things happen.
Oh yeah, Turf War is a 3-minute game. Nothing is determined until the timer is gone. Anything happens in Turf War, and that's what you just saw there. But that's gonna wrap it up for us here at WSSEA for Splatoon 3. We got Overwatch, I think, tomorrow at the same time. So great stuff going on here over at WSSEA for Splatoon 3, really for all of high school esports. But Neptune, always a pleasure casting with you. Where can the great people of this community find you?
Yep. You can find me at Neptune with a 2 instead of a TU and an underscore at the end, both on Twitch and Twitter. I'm quite frequent around the Splatoon community, specifically around the collegiate scene. So I'm eyeing some of these players here. Maybe I'll scoop them up one day, but we'll talk about that a little bit later here. Spicy, where can the fine people find you?
You can find me on various socials at 2SpicyBM, as you see in the bottom left corner of my box. You can also find me streaming on Twitch at twitch.tv/spicy_BM. Always some great competitive action here at WSSEA. That wraps up here with Splatoon 3, but tomorrow, Overwatch 2. So from one good shooter to another, a lot of great stuff. But in the meantime, that's it from us. Make sure to stick around for tomorrow when we got another great set of WSSEA action.
Oh yeah, for sure. Stay tuned, hit that follow button or subscribe, and you don't want to miss out on more of this amazing Scholastic esports action. See you guys.
Installation.